Hello guys, my name is Abhijit Aras and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you the complete tutorial of the STAADPRO software. Before starting the video, I will give a brief introduction about the STAADPRO software. STAADPRO stands for Structural Analysis and Design Program, developed by Research Engineers International in 1997. In 2005, Research Engineers International was bought by Bentley Systems, so that the STAADPRO is now owned by Bentley Systems. The main advantage of the STAADPRO is that it supports over 90 international codes for steel, concrete, timber, and aluminium. The main disadvantage of the STAADPRO is that area of the steel provided by the Staad after analysis on loads are highly uneconomical, and it has some limitations in modeling such as curvy boundary, parabolic beams, etc. First, open the STAADPRO to see the interface of the software. Here we can see some of the sections: project task, recent files, license configuration, health topics, and Staad news. If you wanted to change the default configuration of the STAADPRO software, you can go to the configuration. Then by changing the base unit as metric or English as per our requirements, then you can change the default codes in Staad default design codes. You can change the default steel code as per your requirements, concrete code, aluminium code, and timber codes, and shear wall design code also. You can change as per your requirements. To start a new project, click on the new project. Then here we can select the space, plane, floor, or truss. Space stands for the 3D view, 3D modeling of the structure, or plane stands for the 2D. Then you can give the name of the structure in here as file name. I'm giving sample 1. Then you can change the location of the file from here if required. Then we can check the length unit and force unit as per our requirement before starting the project. Then click next. And in this section we can add any of these elements: add beam, add plate, add solids as per our requirement, or we can use open structure wizard to directly create a model of the building, such as truss, domes, like that. Then click finish button. This is the main interface of the STAADPRO software. This is the work area. Here we will draw the model of the building, and then depending upon these steps we will complete each and every part by doing these all steps. Geometry, general. In geometry we will draw the model, and in general tab we will define the we will in general tab we will define the property. Property stands for the length, width, and breadth of the structural elements. And in support tab we will provide supports to the section. And in load and definition tab we will add load cases to the structure. And in material tab we will select the material for the structure. And analyze and print tab is used to analyze the structure. If any errors are in it, we need to fix it. And then in design tab we will design the complete structure. And in here we can see some of the menus. All tools in this STAADPRO software can be accessed by these menus. Here we can see a horizontal toolbar, and here we can see a vertical toolbar, and we can see some of the major or most commonly used tools in this software. These are the basic things that we saw at the beginning of this project. New structure stands for new project, and open structure stands for open project. Close structure for closing the project, and this is for saving. Then copy, cut, paste, delete, undo, redo, and then Staad editor. Staad editor is used to edit the commands that we have given at the beginning, or if I want to change it to space to plain, you can type plain and click save to apply changes to this project, or else we can change space plain to space also. Click save and close to apply the changes to this project. Then we have Staad output. Staad output is available when we completed the complete design of the project or analysis of the project. Then we have important tools as input units. Here we can see the input units, change the input units as per our requirement. Then we have symbols and labels. This is used to change the symbols and labels of the structural member. For example, um, here I am drawing a beam of 10-meter span. Now we draw a 10-meter span beam. Here, using these symbols and labels, I can give numbers, node numbers. If I check this node numbers and click apply, it will add numbers to these nodes, as we can see here. Like that, we can change the node points, dimension, etc. in this tab. Here we have another one important tool is that the dimension. We can measure the dimension of the beam by using this icon, dimension icon. Dimension to view display, it will show the length of the beam. It is 10-meter beam. Then remove the dimension. And in here we can see some of the view sides. This is isometric view. Now it is in isometric view. That means we can see the structure in 3D. And in here we can see the view from plus Z. That means this is the Z axis. This is Z axis direction. That means if you click view from plus Z, it will view the building from this side. For example, now it will view from this side. And then if you plus view from minus Z, it will view from this side. Now the view is from that side of the structure. Then we have minus x plus x. Minus x stands for viewing the structure from this side, and plus x stands for viewing from this side. Here we can see it will be a single dot when view from that side. And then we have view from plus y and view from minus y. View from plus y stands for viewing from top view, and another one view from minus y stands for bottom to top. Then isometric view. And then we have some rotate tabs: rotate up, rotate down, rotate left, rotate right, and then spin left, spin right. And we can this is used to change the axis of rotation. We can use any of the nodes to rotate this structure. Now this node is selected. If I click this, it will rotate about that node. And we can change the axis of rotation by holding Control and Shift, then selecting the node. Now the axis of rotation is to this point. Then we click this, it will rotate about this node. This is the display whole structure icon. This is used to display the full structure. For example, if these are the zoom options. If we are in zoomed in mode, I can't see the edges of this beam. For that, if I click this display whole structure, it will show the whole structure. Then we have pan is used to move the structure. Then we have a magnifying glass. It is used to zoom in and see the structure parts. Then we have 3D view. If I click this, we can see the 3D view. The reason why I am seeing this single line is that we didn't specified the or defined the dimensions of the beam, so that it will shows like this. Then we have some important tools such as add beams. Add beams is used to add beams to the structure, and then add plates. Add plates are used to add slab to the structure. Then surface. Add surface is used on shear walls only. And then we have add 8 node solids. That is used to add solids to the structure. Then we have snap node beam. This method we used the snap node beam to draw beams in here at the beginning. Here we can see a grid, and by using this we can snap a node. Then clicking this will allow to create a node in here. Or else if you if you wanted to draw a beam in here, for that just click on a node and click on another portion to get a beam created by using the snap node beam method. Deleting this for now. Then we have insert node. This option is used to insert. If I wanted to add a node in between these two nodes, I can click here and then specify the distance. We know that the length of this beam is 10 meter. I'm providing 5 meter, that means the midpoint. Then click add a new point, then click OK to add a node at 5 meter from the left edge of the beam. Then we have some options: translation repeat, circular repeat. Translation repeat is used to uh, draw. If I wanted to create a beam similar to this beam at 3 meter from this Z direction, then I have to select the Z axis, then provide the default spacing as -3. The reason why we are providing -3 is that if you wanted to create the beam backside of this beam, then we have to provide -3, or in front side we can add +3. And then before that we need to select the beam, then click -3, type -3 and then click OK to create the beam. We can create this beam in other directions also. If you want to create in X direction, you can give X and default spacing as per your requirement, and then click OK to create another one beam in X direction, or you can do this in Y direction also. Then we have circular repeat. Circular repeat is used to uh, repeat the nodes or beams in circular direction. For example, if I select this node and then I'm clicking on circular repeat, Y direction, axis of rotation, then providing number of steps. This number of steps means number of nodes that to be created depending on this uh, axis of rotation or node we selected. Then click OK to create. Oh, we didn't specify the length. I'm providing 3 meter X coordinate and click OK. We'll draw a circle with 3 meter radius, and then we have generate a mirror. This is used to mirror the object. If I want to mirror this object, we can select this object and click on generate mirror to mirror, and select the direction to generate mirror of this object. And then we have some selection tools. Nodes cursor is used to select nodes. Then we have beams cursor is to select beams. Then we have plate cursor is used to select plates. Here we didn't draw a plate. I will draw a plate. Here using add beams, we can draw beams. Now here I am going to add a plate, add a 4-noded plate, then draw a plate in here by connecting 4 nodes. In 3D view we can see the plate is now created. And using this plates cursor we can select the plate. We will select only the plate. And in beams cursor will select all beams, and node cursor will select all nodes. And then we have surface cursor. Surface cursor is used to select the surfaces. Here no surfaces. I am deleting this plate and creating a surface in here. Now click on the add surface icon and then draw surface in here. While drawing surface we need to end the surface with the point where we started, and only the surface will be created. In 3D view we can see the surface is created. By using the surface cursor we can select the surface. Surface is only used for design of shear walls. We will not use it in normal buildings. Then we have add 8 noded solids. To add solids we need 8 nodes. I am going to create 4 more nodes in here. Translation repeat y direction plus 3 meter. Link steps okay. Now we drawn the 8 nodes. Then we have to create the 8 noded solid. For that select the side. Then draw. Eight noded solid. Now we drawn the 8 noded solid. You can see in 3D view. Then to select the 8 noded solid, we will use the solid cursor. Then we have a geometry cursor. Geometry cursor is used to create all geometrical elements that we created in this project. That means it will select all nodes, beams, plates, surface and solids. Okay, then we have some of the load edit cursors, support edit cursors. This we can see later. Load edit cursor is used to edit the loads that we added to the beam or any structural elements that will come on load and definition tab. I will explain it later. And then we have support edit cursor that is used to edit the support that we added to the building. It will be on the support tab on general support tab. I will explain it on later. Today's session we saw the geometry explanations. We can see the remaining on the next video. Like this video if this video is helpful for you, and subscribe to my channel for more future updates. And if you have any doubts related to this STAADPRO software or any problems that you are facing with any design errors, you can ask me in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.